We believe that everybody has worth, and what we try and do is develop people's life skills. A lot of our clients have adverse histories, and what we try and do is help them out of that, get them to address their issues, whether it be drugs, mental health, and at the same time give them accommodation. So you have to work really when they're here, working on their issues. Gone are the days when people just sit around doing nothing. They have to be working with us. I'm a project manager of the Bellevue Road Life Skills Service. We've got a lot of services to St James, not just Bellevue Road Life Skills. It's not just accommodation, you have to work with us to try and get out the life spiral that you've got yourself into, or all the circumstances they've found themselves in. Everybody's allocated a key worker. So all our clients have a key worker. And the key worker will arrange to meet them. It could be once a week, it could be once a fortnight, it could be once every 3 weeks, depends what the needs are. And they will sit and have a session with them, a support plan session, and there's paperwork to be filled in. So they will talk about what their goals are, what they want to get out of life, what they want to do. The key work, and there'll be steps written down for them, how they achieve that. And the key worker will expect them to take those steps. It has to be realistic, achievable, and all the rest of it. And the key worker will follow that up every time they meet that client and help them achieve what it is they feel they need to achieve.
And I've got moved into 5 Bellevue Road. I had no goal, no direction. My life was in pieces, in some tatters. I didn't know what to do. I was brought up in foster care since I was 6 months old. I was brought up in a white area by white foster parents. Loved them to pieces. I had a few problems. I ended up losing my flat, council flat, and I was just walking through Shirley, like Saturday night in this town and stuff. And I was a little bit tipsy and stuff, but I see the police and stuff, and I was like walking up the streets, and I got a bit cheeky, acted a little bit more drunk than what I was. And the police come up and asked me like where I was going, asked who I was and where I was going, and I just said to them, I just started crying and said I got nowhere to go.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Heslop and I'm a support worker. And I started off as a relief worker, and then I moved, within 6 weeks, I moved to my own little house, a residence of 5, and I run the house on my own. No, I then went to Landguard. I've been around actually. So I've been to Foster Road, which is a young person's project. I've been mental health, Albert Road South, which is another hostel. So I've sort of been around the society. I came here 4 years ago.
In the early 2000s, and I was living with some so-called friends at the time in East Horsley, just outside Leatherhead, in Surrey. And my girl I was seeing at the time, she was getting ready to have my first child, and I was doing like heroin and there was needles everywhere, and I wanted to move out. I didn't want to bring my kid up around that. One day I was just walking home from work, and then the car drove past, and I was shouting at the car and everything, and something told me in my head, I was like, I ain't right. Do you know what I mean? And I was in the middle of nowhere walking back to where I was staying in Leatherhead, or in Bookham, Leatherhead, just outside Leatherhead, and then the car pulled up, and then the bloke that I used to go around with when I lived in the house, he's like, hey, where are you going, mate? Do you want a lift? And I was like, a bit, I don't know. He goes, come on, give me this. I got in the car and that. And he drove up, he goes, there's someone that wants to see you. And I knew straight away what it's all about. And pulled my tooth out with a pair of pliers, burnt me with a little Bunsen burner on the hand, cigarettes. And they're trying to make me like get money and stuff. And I was just like, do you know what? I can't go for this anymore. Like, F you, do you know what I mean? So I threw the phone at him, and I ran out the bedroom, slammed the door, run down a couple of flights of stairs, down out the front door, and the car park. I was like, I was waiting for the police to be out there, and there was just no one.
I thought I was going to change the world, and there was never ever going to be another homelessness person ever on the street. It's totally different to what I thought it would be, to be honest. Because you can't help everyone, and I just thought I could just help everybody and everyone would be happy, and it's not like that. I think if they've been here for a while, I think the longest one I had, he was here a year and a half, and you sort of get to know their personalities and sort of what they're like. So yeah, I suppose you get used to them more than anything, yeah. And you sort of get used to their personalities and the person they are, and you can see through what they're going through, if you know what I mean. You actually see them as a person, which is quite nice.
I was in denial for a good 15 to 18 months, because when I lost my little one, it's just like, she's only 3 months old. I mean, that crippled me. And then I was like, went back to the hostel where I lived in Patrick House, and one of my friends had an argument with someone, and I kicked off there, and I got arrested, and all that. It was just a bit of a nightmare. And then I was just like, I didn't give a, what's the word? I couldn't give a bother about my life, really, without swearing. I just didn't care. And I was just like, I hate the world and the world hates me. Do you know what I mean? There's just stuff. And then my ex-girlfriend, I mean, like, she killed herself on Mother's Day. And she couldn't cope, and that just ruined me. And I was like, selfish cow, leaving me all the stuff, like with all the depression and stuff. And I was on medication, and I thought the medication wasn't helping me so much, because I was waking up, I was feeling tired all the time. And I was like, I don't want that. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I'm a buzzy sort of person. Do you know what I mean? And it didn't really help me. So since I got myself off the depressants and nothing, started building myself up from there, really. I moved into hostel probably about 20 months ago, and I was in a room upstairs. It's quite a small room, and I don't know if you're from the ones upstairs. I was in there for about 4 months, and then I've moved into a bigger room, and probably read about like the size of this little bit here. And I was in there for about a month, and I got this place, really. So I was sort of getting my head together and everything, and stopped being an idiot, and got myself sorted out and stuff. And then, but when I moved out, like, because the staff like told me not to have bright colours in here, and I was like, gotta have it, you know, it was just something funky. So like, I just thought, like, after I moved out, it's like, because the decorator comes in and like sorts the place out, really, cleans it up and decorates. But I thought I'd come in and just take all this stuff off, really, because like, they've helped me a hell of a lot out in here. Do you know what I mean? So I just wanted to say, like, thank you, really. Do you know what I mean? Because like, it cost, if they'd had to do it, it cost me a hell of a lot of money, really.
I think it's when they get their own place and they furnish their own place and they get a job, and you might see them in the street like a year later and they will say hello, and that's quite nice. And you see them and you go, oh, you're right, and they go, yeah, I've got my own place, got a job, I've moved on, blah blah blah, and that's quite nice. I did have one guy actually, he was an alcoholic, and he actually went and got married, went on holiday and everything else, so he's living the perfect life, really, which is quite nice.
They're there for them, do you know what I mean? And they will help you 100%, and I'm proud of them, and I give them so much love for making me, helping me get on with my life, do you know what I mean? And it's just, if it wasn't for them, I'd be in pieces.